Hi, very sorry if you were watching the previous video that I had started and then Emily had a meltdown. Unfortunately, that is life with a toddler. She is at the moment playing with glitter glue and all kinds of things. So if I look over there, it's just to check she's not putting that in her mouth. So, third time lucky. I would like to talk to you on this Ask Us Anything Friday, 10 a.m. or 10 past 10 British Standard Time, the 5 common pronunciation problems and how to fix them. So pronunciation in English is crazy and it can be very difficult to be understood. And some of you may be very confused why you're not understood. You may have trouble understanding that people may have trouble understanding you when you speak, but you don't know why. And that's the hardest part about improving your English pronunciation, is figuring out what you might be doing wrong. I had a student in London who came to my pronunciation class very frustrated because he had wanted to order a sandwich at lunch and they hadn't understood him. And how frustrating is that you go to a place to get food that you want and you can't because you can't make yourself understood, which is very frustrating. My husband was very frustrated when we went to New York and he asked for a bottle of water and he said water like me with his French accent, but you know, it's perfectly understandable to me. And yet the American waiter didn't understand him. And it is frustrating, it's demotivating, and it's not fair. A lot of native English speakers cannot translate pronunciation problems. English teachers can, but not native English speakers. And so I want to give you the 5 top reasons why people might be misunderstanding you and some quick tips on how to fix them. So, number 1, stressing individual words incorrectly. This can be a massive problem for when you are speaking with native English speakers. And that can be the number 1 reason why they misunderstand you, because we just don't translate the word. If you say calendar, a native English speaker will not be able to translate that in their brain to know that you are trying to say calendar, because the stress should be on the first syllable, not on the second. Non-native speakers English speakers don't have this problem and can understand each other very easily on this. So you'll be understood by non-native English speakers, just not unfortunately native speakers if you put the stress on the word in the wrong place. So what's my quick fix? Listen carefully to the way people around you pronounce their words. If you hear a pronunciation that is different to yours, check the dictionary, even if it's a common word, even if it's a word you use all the time, just to be sure you are stressing it correctly, because a lot of words are commonly misstressed. And I'm going to go like this, where the proper stress is. So for example, purchase, not purchase, which I often hear. Colleague, not colleague. Colleague. See, I can't even say it without the wrong stress. And then this is a big one that I hear a lot. Photography, okay? So if we have the 4 syllables, photography, photography, okay? Economic, it's on the 3rd syllable. So another problem with stress can be in the sentence, so sentence stress. And if you stress the wrong words in a sentence, you change the meaning of the sentence, of what you are trying to say. So for example, if we take the same sentence, I didn't say we should drive this way. If you stress the different words, your meaning changes. If you stress I didn't say to drive this way, you're saying it wasn't your idea, so it's not your fault. If you say I didn't say to drive this way, if you emphasize drive, see, I'm exaggerating so you understand, but drive, if you stress drive, you are in fact saying you had a completely different idea and you wanted to go public transport and it wasn't your idea to go to drive. So again, it's changing the meaning of the sentence. So my quick fix when you're giving a sentence, always think about placing the emphasis, the stress, on the word that is the most important to your meaning. So you can add emphasis by lengthening the word, saying it slightly louder, or even changing the pitch of your voice. So again, if I say, my emphasis, I want to be it on way, okay, because maybe I had a different route in my mind. I didn't say we should drive this way. You know, I'm changing my voice on way. I'm making the way more important, or this way more important. The third common mistake is mispronouncing certain consonant sounds incorrectly. Oh, that's broken. There you go. Sorry, just needed to have the glitter glue opened. She's very determined on her purple glitter glue. So if you don't use the consonants correctly, if you don't pronounce the consonant sounds correctly, you can get a lot of people confused. Okay, because in consonants, we have two sounds. Consonants, we have the voiced consonant sound, which is using our chest and our voice. Okay, so our chest should vibrate when we use those voiced consonant sounds, and the unvoiced consonant sounds, which is just our breath, just our mouth. So, for example, P is an unvoiced consonant sound, and B is the voiced consonant pair to P. So P and B. So they're two very important sounds, but if you mistake them, it can get very confusing. So, for example, if you want to say pay, but it comes out with the voiced consonant bay, okay, that's a very different word, and that will cause a lot of confusion. There's also t and d, okay? T being the voiced consonant sound and d being the voiced consonant sound. So t unvoiced, d voiced. You can feel the vibration with d. So in the past, I've done another video on this of the past simple regular verbs. If you say walked, okay, and then you say walked, okay, not only is it quite difficult to say, but it would also make no sense to an English speaker. Okay, so it's very important how you produce those consonant sounds. So pay attention to how you use your voice when you speak. You should be able to feel the vibration of your vocal cords with all the voiced consonants. So b, d, g, v, z, l, m, n, ng, j, z, okay, and the, okay. Those are all those voiced consonant sounds. So you can also try to make lists of pairs of words that use the sounds you find challenging and practice repeating those. And you can even record yourself so you can hear whether you're making any progress. Okay. Next is, again,